Hi everyone, today we are discussing about SharePoint Developer, what are the average salary for SharePoint Developer, and what are the skills required to make good SharePoint Developer. So let us start with salary. The highest salary for a SharePoint developer is 19 lakhs per annum, and the average salary is 7.25 lakhs per year in India. Salary estimates are based on 366 salaries submitted anonymously to Indeed by SharePoint developer employees, users, and collected from past and present job advertisements on Indeed in the past 36 months. For more information, please find below table. Which are the 10 skills are required to develop SharePoint application? First, know the out-of-the-box tools available to a SharePoint developer. This is the skill required. Find someone who can talk SharePoint with you and prove experience using the following Windows-specific tools. Out-of-the-box features for creating web pages, forms, workflows, and more are a must. Developers need to be able to work with business connectivity services, master pages, apps, page layouts, user store, web parts, Windows Workflow Foundation, SharePoint Ribbon, etc. SharePoint Object Model, SharePoint Designer, Visio, InfoPath, Visual Studio, PowerShell. You can use any tool to develop SharePoint application. Second, .NET. I just said a great .NET developer without SharePoint knowledge is a waste of an interview, but that doesn't mean you're SharePoint dev. Developer shouldn't know .NET. This is the basis of SharePoint, and any custom development that needs to be done in this environment requires knowledge of the .NET syntax to make it work. Third, C#. You will need knowledge of this programming language in addition to your ASP.NET skills in order to understand and ultimately build great SharePoint solutions. Fourth, REST API and jQuery. Windows offers a wide variety of apps that can be leveraged for your needs. You can use InfoPath for basic forms, very basic forms. However, if you need or just want something a bit more advanced or customized, then you will need to apply your skills with the REST API and jQuery to get the job done. Fifth, JavaScript. So many hacks can easily be made by just running a few scripts. Make your customization come to life with your JavaScript skills. 6. HTML5. For your web pages and the compatibility that now comes with IE10, HTML5 knowledge will be a must for a SharePoint developer. 7th, CSS. If you want the capabilities of giving your SharePoint site a facelift, then you will need to look for a SharePoint developer with some awesome CSS skills that can override the out-of-the-box styles SharePoint gives you. 8. Understand the end user's experience. This is really true for any developer, but especially true for a SharePoint developer. The SharePoint architecture is really geared towards developing solutions, not necessarily just building features. This is why there are so many out-of-the-box elements to support end-user document management, sharing, etc. SharePoint developers need to have an ear for diagnosing end-users' problems, the ability to prescribe the right solution, and then ultimately determine the right combination of methods using the skills mentioned above to deliver the right features. 9th, be able to train users and document process. Again, you diagnosed the problems, now you have to convince your end user to follow your prescription. Provide clear documentation and training to support your end user in tackling the new processes you created, and be there to support and remind them that this is a fix to the problems they experience. And final skill is patience. As you have probably come to find out, SharePoint is unique in terms of development. It tries to provide all the solutions you need through its out-of-the-box features, and there's very little build from the ground-up development necessary. Additionally, the places where custom code is needed requires you to alter your techniques to fit the SharePoint framework. All this means is that as a developer, especially if you're not actively developing in SharePoint already, you need to leave your typical coding mindset at the door and try to play by the SharePoint rules, which requires a ton of patience on your part. Be prepared to get frustrated, to curse, and to just walk away from your computer at least a few times as you navigate the environment known as SharePoint. In next video we will make simple basic application in SharePoint using predefined functionality. If you like video, then please don't forget to subscribe channel for more videos.